ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video in my trading robot review series where I review the 100 most expensive trading robots on the MQ5 market and compare them with the 100 cheapest ones. And today we are going to be looking at one of the most expensive trading robots on the MQ5 market. It is the NorthEastWay MT5, which has a price tag of $12,483 and an MQL5 rating of 4.2. Right, so let's get into it. First we're going to copy the name, head over to the MQL5 market and search, and here we have it, NorthEastWay. And first thing we see is that it was last updated on the 14th of July, which is 4 months ago, and it was published in 2020. Wow, that's a long time ago. It's actually, it has 17,600 demo downloads. That's a lot. Wow, holy shit. We have 19 reviews actually. That's 258 comments. Wow, this is a really OG trading robot right here. I mean, please do remember that this does not necessarily mean that 19 people have bought it at this price, because you can just increase the price later on. So for example, someone could just post a trading robot for $30, get a bunch of good reviews, and then increase the price, which is what a lot of people actually do on here. So it does not mean that 19 people have indeed paid $12,500 for it. But yeah, I don't really see any marketing going on here. So I think that this is a pretty solid 0.5 out of 0.5 in the marketing score. Okay, so let's head into the pictures and videos. We see that we have a video, so I'm gonna watch that off camera, but if you want to watch the video yourselves, just go to the link in the description for the trading robot and you can go here on the market page and watch it yourselves. I will take it into consideration for my video and pictures rating. And here we have an equity curve with some input settings on, so I like the fact that he has highlighted what kind of input settings he used for this result. That is good. He also specifies here that this is a one-shot setup with multi-currency, so this trading robot does indeed have multi-market functionality, which is nice. We do also see quite a lot of equity drawdown here. So something is telling me that we do not use stop losses here. And yeah, okay, so we have an initial deposit of $100 with a total profit of $1,010,000 over 4,400 trades with a recovery factor of 4.6. You see, yeah, equity drawdown of 66%. I mean, okay, so this is definitely not using any stop losses. That's for sure. I mean, this picture is, kind of meaningless. Yeah, this is just how long each position usually lasts. You can see here maximal position holding time is what, 542 hours. That's a long time. Wow, that's like 23 days or something like that. Wow, okay. Okay, so I just watched the video. There was no sound, and it basically just showed him doing a backtest of the strategy on multi-currency. But at least he did show everything. He showed all of the settings. He showed what period he was trading. He showed the entire backtest result. So it was a realistic test. He showed a backtest over 10 years, and this screenshot is also over 10 years, which is why he could achieve these high numbers here. But you do see the 66% drawdown, but he also showed that in the video. So, at least everything he's showing is realistic. He's not holding back on the fact that this is a very risky strategy, but if you don't lose the account, you can actually end up with these types of results, but it is, of course, very risky. These pictures here are not very useful, so I think I'll give it a 4 out of 5 in the picture/video rating. Okay, so let's take a look at the description here. So first of all, we do see that he is describing the strategy as a pullback trading strategy. He says that it's mainly made to trade the Aussie dollar Canadian, Aussie dollar New Zealand, and New Zealand Canadian. But he says that you can also trade these pairs. He specifies that you have to use the 15-minute time frame. He has a bunch of live signals here, so let's take a look at some of those. We have one here with a 246% profit. It is a real account on IC markets, but you see that there's only $334 on the account, so that's not a whole lot. But you see he actually has 7 followers on this signal, and this is a paid signal that costs $30 a month. But you can also see right here 65% maximum drawdown. But once again, he's not afraid to let people know that this is a risky strategy. He's not hiding the fact that this strategy does take huge drawdowns. Here the other signal also has 55% drawdown, 200% profit. But you see once again there's only $284 on the account, so not a whole lot. But at least we do have a lot of live signals here. He actually has a lot of live signals, but he says that it's just different settings, so I guess that's fair enough. That's quite interesting. But yeah, he even says that he has a private group you can get into if you buy the trading robot, so that's kind of interesting as well. I have no idea what you get in this private group, but I mean, maybe it's worth something. He says that he will help you set up the training robot if you need any help with that, and he has some suggestions for testing as well. And here we have the input parameters. Looks nice and clean, doesn't look like there's too many input parameters, so I like that. I love when people just try to keep it as simple as possible. We have some recommended input parameters here, that's nice to see. For a balanced risk profile, so I'll probably be using these for my test, and he says that you need a minimum balance of $1,000 and a recommended leverage of 1 to 100. So that's good of him to specify up front. And he also says that these are indeed the settings used for the NorthEastWay MT5 robot, which is this one. So that's also good, and he says there's no MT4 version of this robot. Okay, so I think this description is by far the best I've seen so far. It's very nicely structured, it's not too long. He has a lot of live signals as well you can look at. Everything is well put and well specified. It's written in a pretty simple way, and so I definitely think this is a 5 out of 5 on the description rating. Alright, so let's hop into the MT5 platform here and find it. Go here, search. We have it, download demo. And we have downloaded it now. Let's go to single test. And let's load it up. NorthEastWay, and we just do and 15 minutes. Okay, so let's take a look at the inputs. Okay, there's a few more inputs than he said in the description, but it does not seem like these are used for anything because these says external restrictions. So I guess it's only these inputs that we really have to look into. I think this input overview is decent, but I was a little bit confused about these external restrictions down here, and about the fact that he only specifies a handful of input settings here in the description, and then when you open it up the trading robot, there's way more input settings than what he listed. So therefore, I think I can only give the input settings a 3.5 out of 5, even though I do think that the setup of the input settings is pretty decent and it's fairly easy to understand them. But yeah, it was a little confusing at the beginning. Okay, so let's just set this up quickly. Set Aussie dollar, New Zealand, and New Zealand dollar CAD. And Aussie dollar CAD. And then for auto lot use, which says equity, it's already on equity. Auto where's that? Why do I not see that? Oh, here, 2000. And recovery mode, be true. There, it's already on true, and then first real C level should be free. Okay, so everything should be set up now. Okay, so let's try and head into the visual tester here to see if we can see how the strategy works. Oh, look at that, we have our first trade. We have a buy order in the Aussie dollar CAD. And we do have a take profit order, as you can see. We have no stop loss, as you can also see, as I talked about earlier. So this trading robot operates entirely without stop losses, which is why you see those big drawdowns in the backtest as well. So this is an extremely risky strategy, but I mean, yeah, you might be able to make some good profits if you are lucky enough not to get stopped out. But as you can see, it has actually moved the take profit down all the way to our initial entry almost. So yeah. Yeah, now you see we have 3 buy orders here, and you see we have a take profit level up here for all of the trades. So yeah, do you see? Yeah, now you see it just closed all of the trades here for a profit of 32. Okay, so let's try and run a test without the visual mode on, and I will be doing this for the last 2 years as per usual. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and that test took 6 minutes and 10 seconds, as you can see, which is quite a long time for a single test. But I mean, it is trading 3 different markets at the same time, so I guess I should take that into consideration. But it's still quite a long time, so I think I would give it a testing score of 2.5 out of 5. Okay, and now for the fun part, let's get into the performance review. Let's start with the graph. Oh, okay, we see it did not crash. We do see some of the big drawdowns here, and here especially, like this period here was not pretty at all. but it did not blow up the account, so that is something, I guess. Um, let's take a look at the backtest results. We had a starting point of 10,000 and we made $15,370, so that's a return of 153.7% with a recovery factor of 1.6 and a Sharpe ratio of 1.5, so that's not super great, but I would not expect that with these types of drawdowns here. So then we have 680 trades. I mean, I guess that's not even that many trades for 3 different markets, but yeah, we have a win rate of 79%. And here you see we have the drawdown of 43%, which is a lot. But I mean, yeah, again, if you're willing to risk your account, I guess you could have walked away with a profit of 153%. Okay, so performance-wise, this is definitely the best trading robot we've reviewed so far, but we have only reviewed 4 trading robots so far, so the sample size is still very small. And considering the 43% drawdown, a profit of 153% is actually not that impressive if you ask me. But I mean, this is the type of strategy you could use if you have like a small account and you just don't really care if you blow up the account. You just want to hope for the best and try to make it big. But I would never recommend anyone using a strategy like this because it's just a matter of when the account is gonna blow up. It's not a question of if it's gonna blow up, because this strategy will literally just keep adding to losing trades. So yeah, I think I'll give it a performance score of 5 out of 10 because the performance is okay-ish, but it's not great. This then leaves us with a total review score of 20.5 for the NorthEastWay MT5 trading robot, which is the highest score any trading robot has received so far. But as I said earlier, we have only reviewed 4 of the 200 trading robots on the list now, so there's still plenty to go. So we'll see if the NorthEastWay can stay up there at the top. I very much doubt it. But just to close this review out, I did take a look at some of the comments on here because there's a lot of comments on this trading robot. And as you can see, people are just posting screenshots of the robot just continuously taking trades, even though the trend is just going against them. And you see this guy posting a screenshot here of just like, look at all these trades. All of them are just losing. I mean, there's like 20 trades here or more that are all just losing money. And this guy even posted a screenshot of the author's own live signals, just losing 70%, 100% on this one, 70% on this one. So yeah, all of these screenshots really underscore what I said earlier. This strategy or this trading robot is extremely dangerous. I mean, you can get away with it for a certain amount of time, but it is just a matter of time until you lose your account. So please be very careful with using these types of strategies, and I hope you learned something in today's review nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you stuck around until the end, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more reviews. Peace out.